Darling, I am looking for a woman to monitor my health, but not in the way people might think. Not just someone to remind me to drink water or take vitamins or make it to my doctor's appointments on time. I mean a woman who sees me, who notices when my voice sounds different, who feels it in her chest when I'm carrying too much, who can look at me across the room and know when I'm hurting, even if I say nothing at all. I want the kind of woman who knows my silence, who can hear the things I don't say, who can tell when my shoulders are heavy, when my eyes are tired, when I've been overthinking all day and pretending to be fine. Someone who checks on my heart, not just the one in my chest, but the one I carry behind my ribs, the soft one, the one that's been bruised quietly over the years by people who didn't know how to love it right. I don't need a nurse, I need a nurturer, a soul who loves with attention, with presence, with that special kind of care that doesn't wait for me to ask. And in return, I promise, I'll be the kind of man who notices her too. I'll watch her body language. I'll listen when she sighs. I'll sit beside her when she gets quiet. Not to fix her, but just to remind her. You don't have to go through this alone, because what I'm looking for isn't just someone to keep me physically well. I want a woman who understands that health isn't just about the body. It's about peace. It's about rest. It's about feeling safe in love. What I'm looking for, sweetheart, is more than just romance. It's deeper than flowers on certain days or cute texts in the morning. It's about companionship, healing, a kind of love that helps both of us breathe easier just by being close. I don't need perfection. I don't need someone who has it all figured out. I just need someone real. Someone whose presence feels like medicine, even when we're not saying a word. The kind of woman who doesn't just love me when I'm smiling, but also when I'm quiet, when I'm tired, when the weight of life is sitting on my shoulders, and I don't know how to carry it anymore. Someone who notices when I haven't eaten all day, who hears the tired in my voice before I even admit it, who can put her hand on my chest and feel when I'm not okay and doesn't run. That's the kind of health I'm talking about. That's the kind of care I need. Because sometimes it's not the body that's hurting, it's the heart, it's the soul, it's the quiet kind of tired that no one else sees. And I want to be that person for her too. I want to sit next to her on the couch after a long day, rub her feet, listen to the things she's too exhausted to say out loud, make her tea before she even asks for it. Watch her closely, not to control, but to care. Darling, I don't want just a relationship. I want a soft place for both of us to land when life wears us down. That's what I mean when I say I'm looking for a woman to monitor my health. It's not a request, it's a longing. And if that woman is you, then please don't hold back. I dream about the little moments, the ones that most people overlook. But to me, those are the moments that make love feel like peace. I dream about waking up and hearing her in the kitchen, barefoot, humming to herself, making something small like toast or tea. Not for show, just because it's how she starts her day. I dream about sitting at the table, both of us quiet, reading or thinking, and not needing to fill the space with noise, just knowing that being near her is already enough. I dream about us checking on each other, not because something's wrong, but because we care. A simple, "Did you sleep well?" or "Are you okay today?" becoming part of our daily rhythm, like breathing, no pressure, no pretending, just two people learning how to take care of each other in the most human, honest way. I want a love where I notice the way she slows down when she's overwhelmed, and I step in gently, not to fix her, but to stand beside her, to remind her she doesn't have to carry it alone. I want a love where she doesn't just ask me if I've eaten, but sits with me while I do. Where she doesn't just care for my body, but looks into my eyes and checks on my soul. And I'll do the same for her, not out of duty, but because I love her, because that's what love is: daily care, soft attention, real presence. So when I say, darling, I'm looking for a woman to monitor my health, I'm really saying, I'm ready to love someone deeply enough to learn what peace really feels like. I'm not asking for perfection. I've never needed that. I've never even believed in it. What I want, what I've been longing for, is something real, something steady, something where two imperfect people choose each other anyway, over and over again. I want a love where we don't pretend to have it all together, where we're allowed to be tired, where we're allowed to say, I'm not okay today, and not feel judged for it. I want someone I can come home to without wearing a smile. I don't feel, someone who lets me be quiet, without thinking something's wrong. Someone who sees me, not just when I'm strong, but when I'm slow, when I'm messy, when I'm still trying to figure things out. And I'll give her the same. I'll be the man who rubs her back when she doesn't have words. The one who runs a bath without asking just because her shoulders dropped when she walked through the door. The one who learns her patterns, the signs she gives off when her mind is tired, when her heart is full, when her spirit needs rest. Darling, when I say I need a woman to monitor my health, I'm not talking about medicine. I'm talking about care that comes from love, about being seen without needing to explain yourself, about the kind of connection where two people don't just survive together, they heal. No pressure, no perfection, just presence, just peace. If I find her, if I've already found her, I'll treat her like the rare blessing she is. Because in a world full of people who take, I'll be the one who gives back, softly, faithfully, forever. I've come to realize it's not the grand moments that make love feel real. It's the little ones. The ordinary routines that slowly turn into memories you never want to let go of. Like eating dinner together. Not at some fancy place, just at home. 2 plates, 1 table, and laughter in between bites. That's the kind of moment that stays with you. Or sitting on the couch late at night. No big conversation, just your leg against mine. The sound of your breathing, soft and steady, beside me. No noise, no pressure, just peace. I want to build a life where those small routines feel like safety. Where we light a candle, not to impress anyone, but because it makes the room feel warm. Where we check in with each other, not out of habit, but because we truly care about how the other person's heart is doing. I want mornings where I make you tea before you even get out of bed. And nights where you remind me to breathe when my thoughts are too loud. I want shared silence, the kind that isn't awkward, just comforting. The kind of silence where love still speaks without needing sound. That's how you know love is real. Not when it shines the loudest, but when it holds you gently in the quiet. Darling, that's what I mean when I say I'm looking for a woman to monitor my health. Someone who makes the everyday feel holy. Someone who makes peace feel possible. Someone whose love turns simple routines into sacred comfort. And when I find her, or if you're her, I promise to protect that peace with my life. Love like this, it doesn't just feel good, it brings rest. Not the kind where you sleep through exhaustion, but the kind where your soul finally relaxes, where your heart finally stops looking over its shoulder, waiting for someone to leave. I've been tired for so long, not from work, not from life, but from carrying everything alone. Tired of being strong in rooms where no one noticed I was breaking. tired of loving deeply and quietly, while wondering if anyone would ever love me back the same way. And that's why I need her. That's why I say I'm looking for a woman to monitor my health. Because I don't just need someone to remind me to rest. I need someone who is rest. Someone whose presence calms my storms without even trying. The kind of woman who doesn't rush me to open up, but simply sits beside me until I'm ready. The kind of woman whose love doesn't ask me to earn it, but makes me feel like I deserve it, just for being me. And I'll be rest for her too. I'll hold her on the days she feels like she's too much, or not enough. I'll remind her every chance I get that she is not a burden. She is a blessing. We'll be rest for each other. Not perfect, not always easy, but safe. Oh darling, if you're the one I've been waiting for, then know this, you won't have to save me. You'll just have to be you. And somehow, in your quiet love, my tired heart will finally find home. If I'm ever blessed enough to be loved by her, I'll spend the rest of my life honoring that love. Not with big promises I can't keep, not with empty words, but with daily care, with quiet loyalty, with the kind of protection that doesn't cage her, but frees her, because real love, true love, should never feel like a weight. It should feel like safety, like coming home. I won't be perfect. I'll have days where I'm quiet, days where I get things wrong. But I'll never stop choosing her. I'll never stop showing up, even when she's distant, even when she's tired, even when the world tries to convince us that love is too fragile to last. I'll hold her hand through every storm. I'll remind her she's not alone in any battle. I'll listen not to reply, but to understand. I'll notice the little things, the way her tone changes when something's bothering her, the way her eyes shift when she's overwhelmed, the way her laugh softens when she's finally at peace. And I'll guard that peace like it's sacred, because it is. I won't raise my voice to prove a point. I'll raise my presence to meet her where she is. I won't use silence to punish. I'll use silence to listen, to hold space, to love her, even when words fall short. Darling, if I say I need a woman to monitor my health, it's because I know that real health comes from real love. And when I find that kind of love, I won't just receive it, I'll protect it, honor it, grow it, softly, faithfully, forever.